Hello, this is Eric from irrigationcheckups.com. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. Wanted to give an update as to what has been happening behind the scenes with the app. First, wanted to say thank you, being it's Thanksgiving weekend. Thank you to all the users this summer of this new app that was introduced. You guys have provided some great feedback, and that's exactly what I've been working on. The last few months have been a little quiet from my end, but I've been working hard at bringing version 2 of the app. And so that's something that I wanted to give a sneak peek here, but I'll be transitioning from the current app to the new version of the app over the next hopefully week or so at the beginning of the month of December. I'll be at the IA show this coming week, and so if you're also going to be there, I'd love to meet you in person and can actually go over the new app in person. But here's just a sneak peek of what you will be seeing in terms of new functionality, improvements, and so hopefully it will be everything that you've been looking for, and will bring new users into the fold. So first, just wanted to say that the technology that the app is built on is completely new. It's a different database. It's a different web application that does a lot of different things. The main thing being able to scale not only the number of users that I'm hoping that will be taking advantage of the app, but also how many checkups you can do, how many zones you can have on, per checkup, and the different type of functionality that the app can bring in terms of not only doing system checkups, but quoting and some other things that I've got in the pipeline. And so let's just take a quick first look. If we go into accounts, we've always had commercial and residential accounts, but now on the commercial account, you can set kind of the master account contact information and billing information, and then underneath that account you can have multiple sites. So in this example, we've got a local Austin credit union here that has 4 branch sites that you may be servicing, and so you can set any number of sites underneath, and that way it's a little bit easier to keep track. Now you also have an easier way to kind of search and sort through different things. And so if I go into the details of a specific site, you have site-specific contact information, site-specific notes. That way you can relay information between team members if it's not always the same person going to do the service at that site. And then another big addition to the app is now you can have multiple controllers. You can have actually any number of controllers per site. So in this example, I've set up 2 controllers, each with 4 zones. Obviously, you would have many more zones typically, but that's a new addition that we have. And so let's go ahead and show some new differences with checkups. So this is a little different. You're gonna, when you start a new checkup, be asked if it's existing or a new client. So let's just pick an existing. Let's go to one of these branches. We're gonna create a new checkup. And this brings us to a familiar page to the existing app, but what is different now is most of the fields that are on this page are now updated in real time while you're on the page. And so if you make a change to the page, it's automatically saved to the database. And so that's one change, just to speed things up so you're not having to flip through too many pages. We've got these kind of system, kind of global fields that are available. If you need to replace backflow or controller, that information. Since this was an existing client, the controller is already set up. you see that it's next to the drive-through. It's got a rain-free sensor, 5 zones. And so the 5 zones were already set up. If you wanted to add program information, you can do that. That hasn't changed really at all. And what we will see if we go in and let's say this first zone's got some repairs that need to be done. This is the main page you'll be using when you're walking the property in the zones. At the top you've got some checkbox type fields. So let's say there's some shrubbery that's causing obstructions. You're going to want to notate that. Let's say that there's a couple of 4-inch pop-ups that need to be replaced, and we're going to put some new spray nozzles on there. You can use the checkbox to add photos once you're done adding information. And then one of the biggest improvements that was frequently asked for was the ability to add line item quotes, generate a formal quote. And so now in this system, you can add a price book by account. You can have kind of a standard price book that you use for all your clients, and then you can also create, custom price books. If you got, let's say this credit union client has given you a lot of business and you give him a global discount, you can create a price book that has specific pricing for that account in it and tie it to that specific customer. When you open up this quote window, there's different categories. So we wanted to add heads, so I'm going to choose my 4-inch heads. And we also needed to add nozzles, so we're going to add some MP 3000 nozzles. Click continue. So we now need to tell it how many for this specific zone. So we're going to do 2 each. You can see the item totals automatically updated, and we're going to add these repairs to the checkup. And so if we now go to the bottom of the checkup, we see the zone 1 had heads and nozzles, and here's the quote for it, showing that we're adding 2 4-inch pop-ups, 2 MP3000s. And so we would go through and do all the other zones, but let's say this is all that we found. Pretty simple, and maybe we need to add. Let's go to the top. Let's say we're going to add an hour of labor. And as I mentioned, I'm putting the final touches on things, and so here's a little bug I need to work out where it added the same things we added in the first zone. So I'm just going to delete those. Oops, I deleted the labor. Didn't mean to do that. So let's add that back. All right, so that looks better. We have a labor just in the general supply system, and then the parts. So let's say you're on site and you actually have the property manager, the property owner in front of you. If you click View Quote, now you get a nice looking page that just has the quote information on it. You can see it totaled it for us, and you can now gather the client's or the authorized person's signature. So we'll just put that on there. If we click Save Signature, that's now been saved to the database. And if we go back out to the checkup, and let's go ahead and finalize this, we will now see a checkup that has the information created. So we have our PDF viewer here. Here's our checkup. Here's the one zone where we had the 2 issues found. And now on the final page, we actually have the signed quotation that you can provide showing who signed it. And so that's some big changes that have occurred. If we go into my account, um, other big changes. So this isn't out yet. I'm still putting the final touches on it, but pretty soon you'll be able to add team member subscriptions. So um, you could add your irrigation techs on it, and all of their settings are tied to your kind of parent account settings, and so they would not be able to change report templates or any pricing type information. It would all be tied to you, but they would have access to all of the same clients and price books to use, just not change any information. So that's coming out soon. And then the report template settings. So this is brand new, and one thing is, with irrigation professionals all across the country and obviously the world also, not everyone looks for the same things when they do checkups. And so on a template by template basis, and we can still do custom templates if there's a specific format that you want. That's a custom option that you have. Just reach out. But you can pick which information is on the checkup, not only the checkup report that you're going to hand the client, but also in the app. So it's not even there. So, um, you know, static pressure was currently turned off, recording flow rates was turned off. Let's say you typically don't check the backflow information. That's something that somebody else does this. So let's update that. And then in terms of repair fields, let's say you typically don't necessarily care about looking at specific leaks. You only want to check off that there is a leak. And same thing with nozzles. You're not going to count the number of nozzles, just whether the nozzles are broken or not. Maybe you include nozzles in your pricing. And let's say that exposed wire is an issue, so that you care about. So we're going to update that. And if we go back to do a new checkup, let's do a different branch, repair checkup. Let's create a new checkup. So now when we go and click add repairs, you can see now that our fields here have dynamically changed to only the fields that you have set up in your account settings. And so, I'll have the ability to add custom fields in the near future. That there may be things on here in terms of all the options that are shown in my account. Maybe there's some things that I haven't thought of that you would prefer to have on your reports. I'm working on an option that you can, without having to even talk to me, put in custom fields and have those available on your reports. And so that's a new functionality. As I mentioned, price books. So you can define specific price books for customers, or a standard price book that you generally use, and then you can actually have specific products. You can add items, a name, a description, a SKU, a category, tag them whether they're an efficiency type of item. And some things you can have as information only. So if you want to add some educational information for your clients at the end of the report, you can add that here also. So maybe Austin Water's got some rebates that you want your clients to know about, or your local municipality has some rebates. You could add those onto the quotes as $0 information. And those are also available in the conservation style templates. And so, again, this is some major changes, not only on the back end, but also what you're seeing on the front end. And hopefully this will make your jobs easier. You'll show to be the most professional irrigators in your area and help you win more clients And so love to get your feedback. And again, if you're at the IA show next week, I will be there. Reach out and love to meet you and show you this stuff in person. Thanks.